Michael Pittman is such a perfect example of why you need this subscription to receptionperception.com. 6'4", 220, he breaks inside on you with good feet. Forget about it. Forget about it. You can't stop Michael Pittman on these in-breaking routes. Reception Perception, again, isolates wide receiver play from the horrific quarterback play.
Can we get a quarterback to meet Michael Pittman in the middle? Please, is that too much to ask for?
Look at the release.
There's your separation.
Great route.
Stutter and go. Gets by clean.
That is unbelievable.
Maybe the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Michael Pittman for the Indianapolis Colts. A bit of an underrated player, in my opinion. I watch him play. The guy's, I love what he brings to the table. I really do. 74% success rate versus man. He's 79th percentile versus man, 82nd percentile versus zone, 95th percentile versus press coverage. And again, Matt, I mean, I want you to preach, because it's like, this tool, Reception Perception, again, isolates wide receiver play from the horrific quarterback play that the Indianapolis Colts were throwing out there for Michael Pittman, man. But 99 receptions, just one shy of 100, 925 through the air and 4 touchdowns for Michael Pittman.
Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, talk about the consistency of Reception Perception. Michael Pittman, 2021, 74% success rate, 74.3% success rate versus man. 2022, 74.2%. 2021 for zone, 83.7%. In 2022, 82.5%. In 2021, 82.2% success rate versus press, 81.6% success rate versus press. I mean, he's been the same guy the last 2 years. By the way, those are all really, really, really good scores for Michael Pittman. Pittman definitely, he runs a lot of slant routes, dig routes, curl routes. 27% of his routes sampled for Reception Perception last year were slant. But a lot of that was the quarterback that he was playing with. Can we get a quarterback to meet Michael Pittman in the middle? Please, is that too much to ask for? Carson Wentz in 2021, right. All of those Reception Perception success rates that I read off there, it's like he was leaving so much meat on the bone with Michael Pittman as a short to intermediate over the middle route runner. But he was getting the best out of him from a jump ball standpoint, deep down the field, go win 50-50 balls. And then with Matt Ryan, it was the complete opposite. It was only the short little dinky dunky stuff. And he was never pushing the ball downfield to Michael Pittman in contested situations. So what we have to hope for Anthony Richardson is just that he's the guy that can develop into a high-level quarterback and meet Michael Pittman in the middle. I agree with you. I think right now, if you're talking about the most underrated receivers in the NFL, I think Michael Pittman has to be one of the first few names I mentioned, because I think he's a true number one receiver.
Agreed. I mean, I think that's where it really comes down to. It's like people think he's a good player, but I look at these numbers and where he wins, especially, again, I always harp on the intermediate area of the field. This guy wins in the intermediate area of the field, and he wins well. And to me, this guy's an absolute 100% stud. Number one wide receiver for sure. And I don't think people talk about him that way. I think people say, yeah, Pittman, he's a good player. He's a good player. I just think he is, again, if he could get some level of quarterback play, he could really make that jump into the conversation of great player.
Totally agree. And it is because of the separation ability, and Pittman's interesting too, because he's another guy that could be a prototypical X receiver, but sort of like what we talked about with Stephon Diggs, where they like to use him as a flanker to get him off the line of scrimmage, to move him around pre-snap. Pittman lined up outside last year, and his game sampled for Reception Perception on 70.8% of his sampled snaps. He was off the line, though, for 60.2%. Look at his success rate on those slants, curls, and digs. He gets open, man, but then he also gets open on post routes, corner routes. Now, he's definitely not like a 9-route separator. He's not going to be a guy that's going to stack and shed you and burn you with speed down the field. He's not going to be that guy, which maybe is what some people will hold against him, but he is a good ball winner. He is a good contested catch receiver. His contested catch rate in 2021 was 85.7%. And last year was a career low 70.6% last year. And that's really not bad. That's if you're over 70% contested catch rate, you're doing pretty good for yourself. So Pittman, there were some mistakes and small stuff last year that you could nitpick him on, but I mean, that operation that Indianapolis was running out last year was just an absolute train wreck, and the guy still caught 99 passes. It's just, man, I think he profiles as a legit number one alpha receiver. And I'm with you that I don't think people talk about him that way. It's like the Colts have a good setup at receiver with Michael Pittman at one. Alec Pierce is like a sort of in that Gabe Davis mold. People can nitpick Anthony Richardson for some misses and stuff, work in the intermediate area. He's got to get better there, of course. But I think he's got it. I think he's got the tools to really be the guy that unlocks Michael Pittman.
That would be great. I mean, that would really be great. And again, I just think he wins in that intermediate area so well and so often. Hey, can you talk about that, by the way, a little bit? So you mentioned plays about 30% of his snaps inside as an inside wide receiver. You wouldn't necessarily expect that from a guy who's, 6'4", 6'5", and a great contested catch person. Usually when you see these guys, these big, hulking wide receivers, they're generally on the outside almost exclusively. Playing 30% inside, I think tells you a little bit about what the coaching staff felt like he could do as a route runner, again, lining up inside and asking him to run all these different kinds of routes.
Yeah, I think they really love him as almost like an over the middle slasher type. Like if you rewind to like our conversations going into last year about Michael Pittman's reception perception profile, I sort of said that he was kind of a cross between Allen Robinson and Keenan Allen. I think Pittman is a really underrated route runner, underrated like technician. I mean, just again, you look at his success rate on slants, 83.9%, curl, 81.1%, dig, 80% success rate on the digs. Like, I think he's got a lot of skills to be that Keenan Allen type of route runner. Those are the routes that like Keenan Allen was just thumping dudes on early on in his career.
I mean, again, these are all in-breaking routes too. And the post route, 83.3% success rate on the post. It's like, come on, man, this guy, anything that's in-breaking, what are you going to do? You can't stop this man. You know what I'm talking about? 6'4", 220. He breaks inside on you with good feet. Forget about it. Forget about it. You can't stop Michael Pittman on these in-breaking routes. You can't do it. And I tell you what, you start doing that, you start shading inside, he starts going outside on you with a great contestant with those hands. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Come on, bro. This guy is an absolute matchup nightmare. Can they find a quarterback to unlock what he does? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm hoping for. In 2023. Let Michael Pittman eat, boy. Let him eat. I would love to see that.